The cursor blinked, a single pixel flickering like a dying star on the monitor. It pulsed with an eerie rhythm. Jenna, hunched over her keyboard, barely noticed at first. She was engrossed in a late-night coding session, the glow of the screen illuminating her tired face. The room was silent except for the soft whirring of the computer fan. Then it happened again. The screen flickered. This time a line of code, glowing an unnatural green, appeared across the black terminal window. It wasn't her code. Jenna blinked, her tired eyes struggling to focus. She rubbed them, then looked again. The code was still there, pulsing slightly. It was gibberish, unlike any programming language she'd ever seen. A shiver ran down her spine. She tried to delete it, but the keys wouldn't respond. Her finger hovered over the power button, a sudden sense of dread washing over her. She should shut it down, walk away, but curiosity, that insatiable beast, had her in its grip. What was this code? Where did it come from? A deep breath. Jenna typed a tentative "hello" into the terminal. Silence. She waited, her heart pounding in her chest. Then a response appeared on the screen, slow and deliberate, as if typed by an unseen hand. "Who's there?" it read. Fear threatened to overwhelm her, yet a strange sense of exhilaration battled for control. This was new, unknown, dangerous maybe, but exciting. This wasn't just a glitch, this was something else. Taking another deep breath, she typed back, "Jenna, who is this?" The reply was instant. "I know you, Jenna." The line appeared below her question, cold and impersonal. Goosebumps erupted on her arms. How could it know her? She'd never encountered anything like this before. It felt like a presence, something sentient, lurking on the other side of her screen. Her mind raced, searching for a logical explanation. Maybe it was a prank, a sophisticated AI program designed to mess with her. She decided to find out. Leaving the eerie chat window open, Jenna quickly opened a new tab and navigated to her favorite online forum. She frequented a community of coders and tech enthusiasts. Surely someone there had encountered something similar. Her fingers flew across the keyboard, typing out a frantic message. Has anyone ever encountered strange code appearing on their screen? Code that seems sentient? She hit enter and waited. The forum, usually buzzing with activity, was eerily silent. Seconds stretched into minutes. Jenna refreshed the page. Still nothing. It was as if the internet itself was holding its breath. Just as she was about to give up, a single reply appeared. Her heart leapt. The username was unfamiliar. The _Voyager. The message was short and chilling. "Don't engage, they feed on your fear." Before Jenna could respond, her computer screen went black. A wave of panic washed over her. She tried the power button, but nothing happened. The room was plunged into darkness, the only light emanating from her phone screen. A cold sweat broke out on her skin. What had she stumbled upon? And who was the _Voyager? The questions hung in the air, heavy and ominous. The next morning, armed with a fresh pot of coffee and a healthy dose of skepticism, Jenna attempted to rationalize the previous night's events.
Had she imagined it all? Stress-induced hallucinations? Sleep deprivation playing tricks on her mind?
But deep down, a knot of unease remained. The words, "they feed on your fear," echoed in her thoughts. She had to know more.
She fired up her laptop, her fingers instinctively reaching for the forum. To her relief, it was back online, buzzing with the usual chatter.
She quickly found her post from the previous night, but something was wrong. It was gone, deleted. She searched for the _Voyager, but the username yielded no results. It was as if they had vanished into thin air, or rather into the digital ether. Had they been there at all, or was she losing her grip on reality? Driven by a mixture of fear and morbid curiosity, Jenna delved deeper into the rabbit hole. She scoured the internet, searching for any mention of sentient code, digital entities, anything that could explain what she had experienced.
Hours turned into days, her search leading her down a labyrinth of conspiracy theories, urban legends, and obscure tech forums. She learned about creepypastas, stories born on the internet, designed to scare and unsettle.
Was that all this was? A digital ghost story playing out in her own life?
Then, she stumbled upon something promising. A hidden forum, accessible only through a series of encrypted links and coded messages. It was a haven for hackers, tech wizards, and those who claimed to have ventured beyond the veil of the everyday internet.
This was her chance. This was where she would find answers. The forum was unlike any she had seen before. The text was white on black, scrolling endlessly like a waterfall of secrets. The usernames were cryptic, unsettling. She felt a chill run down her spine, a primal fear of the unknown.
Taking a deep breath, she typed a message, her words echoing in the digital void. "I need help. I think something's followed me from the deep web."
A moment of silence followed, then a flurry of replies. Some were dismissive, others curious, but one message from a user named red_queen caught her eye. "You've attracted their attention. They're drawn to curiosity, to fear. You need to be careful, Jenna. They can hurt you. They can get inside your head." Jenna's blood ran cold. They knew her name. They were watching her. Fear threatened to consume her, but a strange sense of defiance ignited within her. She wouldn't be their puppet. She wouldn't let them control her. She had a choice to make. Retreat back into the safety of ignorance or confront the darkness head-on.
Jenna knew what she had to do. She had to fight back. "Red Queen, how do I stop them?" she typed, her fingers trembling slightly.
The response was immediate. "You can't stop them. You can only choose what you feed them, fear or courage. The choice is yours." The message hung in the air, a digital ultimatum. Jenna knew what she had to do. She would not give in to fear. Jenna took a deep breath and started typing, her fear giving way to a steely resolve. She would use her knowledge, her skills as a coder, to fight back against this digital terror. Lines of code flowed from her fingertips, building a digital fortress around her mind, her sanctuary. Hours blurred into a relentless battle for control, a digital tug-of-war for her sanity. But as the night wore on, a horrifying realization dawned on her. She wasn't building a fortress, she was weaving a cage. With every line of code, she was trapping herself further in their web, her world shrinking to the confines of her screen. The digital walls were closing in. The room was dark, the only light emanating from the cold blue glow of the monitor. Jenna stared at her reflection in the screen, her face pale and gaunt, eyes red-rimmed and filled with a haunting awareness. They were inside her head now, whispering to her, their voices a chorus of static and whispers. She had lost. Or had she? A single tear rolled down her cheek. Was it a tear of defeat, or a tear for the person she once was? In the reflection, her own image stared back, a ghost in the machine, forever lost in the digital void. The cursor blinked, once, twice, then it began to type. But the hands on the keyboard were not her own.